Hey, McGraw, good morning. And so many questions today. The sheriff says they truly believe that somebody must have helped Paddock carry this out. They have no evidence of it, but he had so much to do that they don't think one person could have pulled all that off. That they feel like that there had to be some help in the planning or in the getting the guns up to the room or setting up the surveillance cameras or the explosives that were found in his car and at his home, that they just don't think this was a one-man job. But they have no evidence anybody else was involved, and they can't find a motive. They cannot put their finger on it. They say they have seen and they know all the conspiracy theories out there that people are running wild with, claiming that they know that they can see the evidence that this had to be terrorism. They say there is not a single shred of evidence, and the FBI says it is following up leads around the world, not a single shred that shows that this was terrorism or linked to ISIS whatsoever. They say that just wasn't it. They're not ruling it out only because they haven't found anything else to replace it. They're not ruling anything out, but they don't know what it was, and they're going through his life trying to figure out what the trigger was. They just can't find one right now.
What about the woman, Mary Lou Danley? She's back from the Philippines. What do we know about her?
Yeah, she's back and telling the FBI that she didn't know anything, that he was controlling in this relationship, that he was a quiet, caring guy. And that about 2 weeks before the shooting, he told her that he found a cheap airline ticket and wanted her to go home and see her family in the Philippines, go spend some time with them, just enjoy, take a little vacation. She says, as a Filipino, you say yes if somebody says go see your family, and she said that her family is so family-oriented. And she went. She says she was over there, and all of a sudden $100,000 was transferred to her, wired to her. And it came with a note that said, go buy yourself and your family a home. She thought he was, according to her, if she's telling the truth, she thought he was breaking up with her. And she says she was distraught over that a couple of days before the shooting, thinking that they were breaking up, not knowing he was saying goodbye because he was about to carry out this attack. So she claims that she had no idea. The FBI seems like they're going to continue talking to her. Police seem like they're kind of thinking, well, maybe this lady didn't know anything, and they're looking for somebody else.
So Mandalay Bay, you said, is now up and open, and people are gambling, and the hotel is up. Does that mean people are staying on that floor?
Much of that floor has been shut down, has been cordoned off. For a while, it was completely cordoned off. I believe there are sections of it that are still open, but that room, we have no clue what's going to ever happen to that room. They're still processing that crime scene. It's a mess in there. Typically in the Columbines and other cases like that, they end up cordoning off those areas and never using them again. We don't know what the plan is for that area of that floor.
Are the windows still broken out? Because that's sort of a stark reminder every day as you drive by.
Yeah, they were boarding up the windows. At least the plan was yesterday, but I can't see right now because it's dark.
Sure.
But yesterday they were still busted wide open, and investigators were still inside.
And then in terms of the injured, still stuck on that 58, 59 number, right?
Yeah, so the number of dead is at 58 plus the gunman. And on the injured came down a bit from 527 to the mid-400s. They say that they had to do a better count because they had some double counts. So many people were going to the hospital. They also had they had included inadvertently people that were injured in car accidents and other things around that time.
Sure.
They had gotten a count of everybody who had come in at that time, and now they've weeded that down to the mid-400s. But the sheriff saying this guy had a double life. He had a secret life. Everybody they're talking to says that he was nice, he was caring. Even his ex-wife couldn't give them anything that would lead them in the right direction. Last October, he bought a number of guns. They want to know what happened last October that caused him to go out and buy those guns all at one time. The others he had been getting over decades. They think he had been planning this for a long, long time.
Alex Stone, ABC News correspondent, been in Las Vegas the whole time. Alex, thanks for checking in.